Well, listen, I'm going to go ahead and get started with it. I want to know, when did you fall in love with wrestling?
I was a kid. Actually, my family been like big wrestling fans for forever. Like Memphis wrestling. Like my family used to go to the Coliseum every weekend to watch Memphis wrestling. So I kind of was born into it. Kind of. We used to wrestle all the time. At my auntie's house, used to wrestle with my mom, and over time, it just grew into something that I wanted to do.
Oh, man, absolutely. Now, where are you originally from?
I'm from Memphis, Tennessee, and a lot of people do not. They are shocked to hear that because everybody assume I'm from Texas, but I'm from Memphis, Tennessee.
Okay, Memphis, Tennessee. I heard y'all got some pretty decent barbecue. I don't know. I'm pretty partial to Carolina barbecue myself. I ain't gonna start. Those that'll start a fight. You know what I'm saying? There's a couple things you don't talk about. Religion, barbecue is one of them things. I'm sorry. I've been to Memphis before. I ate y'all barbecue. I wasn't impressed. I'm just saying. Anyway, so growing up in Memphis. Did you ever see any professional wrestlers walking around? Because Memphis is definitely a wrestling city.
So when I was younger, if I did, I probably didn't realize who they were. To be honest, I didn't. I didn't start going to local shows until I was an adult.
Hmm. Okay. So who trained you to get into the wrestling? Like, what was the spark that said, you know what, I think I want to be a wrestler?
It's a funny story, but it's not a funny story, and it has like dots in it.
Okay.
So I used to play semi-pro football, and I ended up getting a concussion, and
Mm.
so I wanted to get into something else. And I told my husband at the time how I always wanted to be a wrestler. And I'm like, if I could just find a wrestling school, I'd be happy. And so I'm like, at the time, 6 months pregnant with my last child. And my husband found a local wrestling show. He's like, they got a wrestling show around the corner every Friday, and they got a school. And I'm like, seriously? So the next time he went, me with my giant belly, I went and they had Moose there. And I was like, oh my God, this is amazing. And the
Mm.
owner of the company came out and said they had a wrestling school. So after the show, I waddled up there with my big old belly, and I'm like, I want to train to be a wrestler. And he looked down, he's like, well, you can't train like this. And I'm like, after I have my baby, I'll be back. And so I had my baby September 14th, and I started wrestling training November 11th.
Oh, wow.
What
So
was
you jumped
that?
right on it immediately. You didn't even wait for your body to heal all the way. You just like, I'm with it. Let's go.
I got cleared. I went to my checkup. My doctor said I was good. I'm like, okay, I'm good. So
Yeah.
so when I started training, I started at Soul Takers Academy. And that's where I met DJ Brown. And I asked DJ to train me because I wanted to learn more. And so DJ took me under his wing, and basically DJ did a lot of hands-on training. So it was like, hey, this weekend I'm going here. I'm like, okay. And I go and I'm like, oh, this is different. And so after about a year and a half of that, DJ went to Sir Mo and he was telling Sir Mo about me, and DJ was like, this is a great opportunity. He got a school down here in Texas. So I went down there, I introduced myself to Sir Mo, and then Sir Mo was like, well, he's like, my school's 6 hours away. If you want to train, you have to come drive. And so I drove down to Dallas every month, sometimes twice a month, to go train.
How long is that drive?
6.5 hours, 6 hours if you got a leg foot.
Woo! So you drove 6 hours straight. You like no stopping, just straight from
Yeah,
Memphis down to Texas.
yeah.